Today's video is about Nike jerseys because I saw a couple of the new jerseys that are going into this year, and I've just been thinking about those jerseys quite a bit lately, and I think I've decided that I hate them. I've been pretty apprehensive about Nike's jerseys the past couple of years, and the whole way that the whole strategy in terms of how they roll them out, and I've really just lost any level of love for it as the years go on, because the process in which they decide to create these jerseys is specifically the problem. It's like the contentification of jerseys, which I don't think contentification is a word, but you kind of get what I mean, I would hope. Hello everybody, welcome to Awesome Rusty Bucket. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already and drop a like on this video. It only takes 1 second and makes a massive difference on how this video performs in the YouTube algorithm. Also go check out my Spurs My NBA series if you have not already. Every single year, every single team has a new city jersey. That's how it works. You get a new city jersey and that's how it goes every time. Even when you have a city jersey that's really, really good, it has to be replaced each year. Now, jerseys have always been products. Jerseys are a huge point of sales for the NBA. It's also excellent marketing for them to have people just walking around in their jerseys. So jerseys have always been a product. It's always been a capitalist thing. I'm not suggesting that it's something new. However, lately, here's how I would put it. Nike jerseys are the Disney Plus of jerseys. Content for the sake of it. New jerseys for the sake of it, and not because they're actually good jerseys. The thing that drives me nuts is you'll get a year where a team has just an absolutely excellent jersey, and then next year it's gone. Especially that sucks when you get a nice ass jersey and it's for a team that sucks ass. So just as an example here, the Chicago Bulls had a black Chicago flag city edition jersey, and it's probably one of my favorite jerseys of all time. Nike does have a couple of designs that they have brought to the table that have been really, really nice, but that was for the Chicago Bulls when it was like Zach LaVine, Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter, Chris Dunn. Completely garbage basketball team. And I would have loved to see those jerseys on the Chicago Bulls with DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vucevic for at least the first half of the year when they were really good. Instead, the city jerseys that year were very mid. And I think the city jerseys either this year or the year before it were terrible. I hated the Chicago Bulls city jerseys. It was either this previous season or the one before it. I think it was this previous season. The other thing is, as much as I credit that one design of the Chicago flag jersey, it's pretty far and few between the Nike jersey designs that are actually good. Like, for example, think of all of the Nike jerseys the past couple of years that you thought were really nice. Like, damn, that's a nice ass jersey. And think about how many of them were essentially just a vintage jersey with a Nike logo on it. The same design that has existed before, but now there's a Nike logo on it. And that's really the only difference that they brought to the table. Maybe like for I know those Sixers jerseys that one year, they'll make like a rehash of it. But then ultimately the feeling that I get is I just wish this was the original design with a Nike check on it, because what Nike did to change it isn't an improvement. If anything, it's just annoying and detracts from how the jersey could have been good otherwise. Now, I don't know how much I want to blame Nike on this other thing that really bothers me about it, but fucking advertisements being on the jersey is really annoying to me. I know that's a thing in other sports leagues. It's not a new concept for sure. I know it's pretty prevalent in football, the non-American kind, but I hate that shit. I really, really, really do. And like, the thing is, the NBA is constantly advertising shit. It's not the MVP, it's the Kia MVP. It's not the finals, it's the finals presented by Taco Bell. I get it. It's the way that the machine works. It's the way that you're supposed to do it. But it gets so heavy-handed and so everything is sponsored that it feels like, okay, we're gonna have the Taco Bell halftime report sponsored by Pepsi. Like, it's just everything is sponsored constantly, and we're getting bombarded with these fucking advertisements. When I buy a jersey, I don't want to be advertising a product that's, not the NBA. That part drives me nuts. So there's the product aspect of it, the advertisement aspect of it. It is the content for content's sake, jersey for jersey's sake, the throwing out when you do rarely get a good design because you have to have that annual new jersey. It's just an L across the board. And I'm not trying to be like the old man yells at clouds thing here, because I think you can make new jerseys that look good, because that Nike has a couple of times. But when you actually get those good designs, stick with them for a while. I know you have to refresh things and change them eventually, but like when I see a completely awesome jersey and then that's just going to be wasted on a team that is bad, it's really disappointing. And even if it's used on a team that's good, it's disappointing that I have to see that jersey that 1 year and that 1 year only. Like, why in fucking hell are the Warriors wearing Michigan State jerseys? The reason is because there's only so many fucking designs you can do for the same team, because you're just making designs for design's sake. And they're also going with like, it's one of two things. It's this super modern minimalistic jersey, like let's say the Utah Jazz jerseys, although to be fair, the Utahs aren't the city jerseys, that's just the jerseys they're bringing to the table every night. But it's either super minimalist and super clean lines and super basic and just lacking in character, like not having any kind of interesting logos or anything like that. It's just Utah, number, green jersey, check mark, advertisement. We got a jersey. Like, I could throw that together in Photoshop in 20 minutes. Like, it's actually so lazy. But it's that design, or it's a rehash and basically the same thing that already existed before, but now it has a Nike jersey on it, so it's supposedly new. Now, don't get me wrong. I like those old designs being brought back. I like seeing that vintage flair to everything, but it's also like, are we always just going to spend our time referencing the past? Is that the only thing that we have? Is like, wow, those jerseys sure looked cool. I guess that's just all we have now. We can't make cool jerseys anymore, and when we do, we have to throw them out after each year. I hope you guys share some of this frustration and I'm not just sound like a madman here. Aesthetics are something that's very important to me, more so than it is even remotely reasonable. And I also really understand the value of branding. And while I understand that they're technically getting sales by churning out these jerseys every year, there's also something to be said for the continuity of these jerseys being established in the long term. You know, I don't like the idea that every single season that you watch, it feels like you're getting a unique jersey to that season, because it just gets rid of the uniformity of a team, you know? I don't know. I just don't. I saw some of the jerseys for this upcoming year, and there are some good ones in there for sure. Don't get me wrong, but man, it's just too much. I hate it. I really, really do. So yeah, that's it. Shout out to Rudy for editing this video, and goodbye.